Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Taurus, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Taurus, I hope that you are doing well. I'm going to be using two decks for your reading today. The first one is going to be for the overall energy from the Elemental Oracle deck, and the tarot portion will be from the Tarot of Mystical Moments. The cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Angel, spirits, guides, what messages do you have for Taurus? This is for Taurus, thank you. Number 5, which corresponds to the Hierophant card in the Major Arcana, that's Taurus energy. So Taurus, you showed up in your own reading already. And the Hierophant card talks about a couple things, a few things. You can talk about a person who acts as a kind of intermediary or conduit between the earthly realm and the spiritual body, or the spiritual ruler, right? So, i.e. God. So often the Hierophant is known as the Pope of the Tarot. But it can also represent structure, rules, standards, values, things that would require us to look at texts or teachings of some kind. And here, the card that you got is to make equal the equator. This is such a peculiar card. I don't actually get this card very much when I use this deck, but it's a very peculiar energy. Are you being put into a position? For me, this feels very compromising, because it's almost like somebody whispering in your ear. It doesn't necessarily have to be anybody physically doing it. It could be those teachings and values that you grew up with affecting your behavior in the present moment. You know, oh, I don't think I should do that because mom or dad would be very disappointed in me. And that sticks with you, right? But this feels like an energy that is purposefully trying to almost sway your opinion or really greatly affect your stance on something. These feel like two versions of the same person. They look very similar. Could be yin and yang energy, right? Balance in the universe. But you are the one that is now being called to create that balance. So there could have been some kind of imbalance that you are now being brought into. I feel as though there's reluctant energy here. I feel very reluctant about it. So if there is some kind of, let's say I'm going to use it might not be superficial to you, but I'm going to use a superficial example. Let's say two of your friends are having a disagreement about something. You're being dragged into it to kind of be the mediator, to be the conduit, to be the go-between, to kind of bring everybody into balance. But there's a reluctancy that I feel in this energy. Like, you don't want to be, why do I have to be a part of it? Can't you guys just figure it out on your own? We're all adults here. It's kind of like that. The reluctancy comes in her face. You see, it's just like looking down, like not really acknowledging or wanting to acknowledge. This energy feels very dominant. It's like coming right across the heart chakra. This sphere of influence is very strong. It's almost like maybe somebody's pressuring you to pick a side, Spirit just said. You will know what this is about. The first thing that came to your mind, that's the thing that this reading is talking about. I'm very much playing with this. This was not supposed to, in general, be a part of this reading, but it is now. This is fire quartz. It's one of the biggest pieces of fire quartz that I have. And it used to be a crystal, very powerful, first of all. You don't want to work with fire quartz unless you are ready for it, because it will make a hot temper hotter, and I learned that the hard way when I wore it one day. Now I love working with it because I respect it. This is also known, it's known as goddess energy, but it's also known as a gossip dispeller. So if you feel, ooh, I felt like a weird pain, like right here when I said that, like a flash. Are people gossiping about something? This is to protect a person from gossip. I don't know if that actually works, but I'd like to think that it does. But here it is in your reading, front and center. And I was just talking about this heart chakra, right? And I felt that weird pang right there. I'm fine. It's just like for a moment. You know how sometimes, I mean, the more older you get, the more these things happen. But you're just like random zaps here and there. Right over the heart chakra, right? So it could cut to the core. Let's find out what this is about. 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clear. Oh my God, I can't make this up. I can't. This is how I know. The Spirit does not make mistakes when I pull cards. Right off the bat, right just flew out of the deck as I started to shuffle the Devil card. Right? On to something here, Taurus. It's okay, we're going to get through it, and we're going to come up with a strategy. At least I'm going to ask Spirit to help. 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier, past, present, future, and at the end, advice from Spirit. It's really intense already. It's really intense. It's okay. Remember, tarot is just taking a snapshot at the time that you're reading this, a snapshot of what is going on right now. After you watch the reading, you make all different decisions. You influence the outcome. Yeah, you've been going through it, Taurus. In the past position, number 15 of the Major Arcana, the Devil card. You're the first in this series to get this card. Devil card can talk about gossip, that's for sure. And look at how red, like the theme of red again. The Devil card talks about codependencies, addictions, negative self-talk, gossip, sticky situations, lures, and temptation. We all deal with the Devil card at some point. I don't really see the Devil card much anymore in readings that I do for myself, which is, I don't do many readings for myself anymore because I can read for other people all the live long day, but when I start to pull cards for myself, I get confused. I think once you start to do tarot, like on the regular, tarot readers can't really read for themselves anymore. But when I could, this card would pop up almost every time, to the point where I could feel where it was in the deck. I could feel it. So everyone deals with the Devil card. It's just this, the kind of baser natures that we might have, our vices and our fears coming to the surface, manifesting in very inconvenient ways. So there could have been, this is your past energy, there could have been a situation here that felt like you were trapped, you were stuck, you didn't know which way was up. And there could have been something that lured you in. Do you see the cherries in her hand here? There could have been something that lured you in. You know, it's like it's speaking to me. It's saying, who, little old me? Surely not. Ugh. Sticky. Taurus. What did you get yourself into? And then I feel like you saying, I didn't get myself in anything. I'm just standing here. I'm just a bystander here. It's like, I want you to really ask yourself that. And I'm saying that with a lot of love. Are you really just a bystander? Was the act of not saying something or not doing something actually an act? Like, is the omission of your presence actually a form of presence, right? I don't know. I'm going to clarify the Devil in a minute with another card, but I see this as a clarifier for it. The Fool card, number 0 of the Major Arcana. That's 2 Major Arcana in your past. So Spirit was all over this, right? The Fool card talks about taking a great leap of faith. It's this sense of courageousness that we have about our situation, that we feel confident, that we feel like we could do anything, and that we're just going to try, because what do we have to lose? And then when you get the card in reverse, it's fear, a lack of faith, a lack of belief that Spirit will catch us, even if we want to, right? There are a lot of ways that Spirit can communicate messages through the cards. So it's very significant that the Fool would show up. It's like you wanted to take a leap of faith. You wanted to try something new. The Devil was holding you back, like holding on to your ankles. What is this Devil card about with regards to Taurus? What is this Devil card about, please, Spirit? What is this Devil card about? Ooh, too many, Spirit. Just one, please. Thank you. Another Major Arcana. Right after the Devil comes the Tower, number 16. This is Aries and Scorpio energy. The Tower card talks about great shock, awe, and upheaval. Whatever this Devil energy was, whatever was keeping you trapped and bound, there was a part of you that stuck with it, right? I don't know how hard you fought, but by the time the Tower comes in, it's like Spirit saying, Taurus, we love you. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Stop the BS. You know it. We know it. You're not moving. You're procrastinating. You need to free yourself from all of these cobwebs and all of this seduction or whatever it is. And now we are going to come in and we are going to shake things up. The Tower, it gets struck by divine lightning, blows the crown chakra right off, because it's not for your best and highest good. And there could be a sense of you trying to hold on to something, and Spirit is saying it's not. This could be a relationship, could be a job, something that is not serving you. You're in this place, I think, of stagnation. in the past. Pretty intense. I knew it was going to be intense. I felt it before any of these cards came out, but I was like, I don't like this. I don't like it. Where are we in the present energy? 9 of Swords in the reverse. I mean, look at this. And I got to show you, clarified by the Page of Swords in the reverse. Page of Swords. All the pages in the tarot talk about taking kind of baby steps towards something. It's kind of a little immature. We're in the process, we're in a learning phase. The Page of Swords can talk about book learning, can talk about curiosity, but it can also talk about spying. And I don't always refer to that aspect of it, but today, 100%. Spying on somebody spying on you, perhaps. All eyes on Taurus for whatever reason. This could be part of a social media thing, people looking you up, wanting to see what you're up to. You did get both these cards in reverse, though, for the present energy. Well, 9 of Swords, let's talk about this one. 9 of Swords can talk about nightmare energy, nightmares, sleepless nights, unable to rest properly because of worry. The sword suit is all about the thinking mind. It's all about too many thoughts and can't quiet them down. But you got this card in reverse. You got both these cards in reverse. It's kind of like finally now we're trying to put an end to all the chatter, whether it's in our minds or in our external world. It could, I just heard, it could be, let me answer your questions for you since you seem to be so nosy. I'm going to tell it to you straight. I just heard that. Because it's not like you're weak, Taurus. There's no way. I mean, this is staring me straight in the face. This is your energy, the bull. You're not weak. You're not a pushover. But there just could have been some situations where you were like embroiled in them and it was like a runaway train. And you were just stuck in the cafe car. And you're just like, wait, is the train moving? You were trying to put a stop to it. What are people talking about? Now I hear that song by Bonnie Raitt. People are talking about people. I hear the whispers. Could you believe it? They think we're lovers trapped undercover. I feel so foolish, but they keep saying, we laugh just a little too loud, stare just a little too long, stand just a little too close. Let's give them something to talk about, right? That song is amazing. I don't necessarily think that it's like you're having an affair with somebody, although you could be, right? And I'm not sitting here in judgment. Life is weird. Life is complex. I mean, prefer not to be in situations like that because people get hurt. They always do. But I'm not suggesting that it's relationship based, but it is something that it's messy. Death card in reverse. It's number 13 of the major arcana. Super major arcanas here. Scorpio energy. Something needs to be shed. Something, there needs to be an ending. Right? We see that with this card, but Spirit is further clarifying it. You are trying, I mean, in a way, you're trying to shed this. Can I just, it's weird because I'm wearing a shirt that has flowers on it. It's like, can I just take this off? Like, I don't, it's so sticky. I need a shower. Can I just take this off now? Could have to do with like reputation things. No, I hear Taylor Swift, but it's like perception, reputation, how people see you. And there's this part of you that's like, I just want to let go of this. This is yucky. This is yucky. I'm going to burn some Palo Santo. I see it here. It's like, burn some Palo Santo. Let's clear the energy, Taurus. We're just going to clear the energy. I mean, and you know what? Maybe there is something to talk about, right? I also don't see you necessarily shying away from it, but it's more like an irritant. It's like irritating to you. Okay. Death and rebirth. Right? Look at endings bringing new beginnings. That's what this card is all about. And it's in reverse. There's still some things that need to be shut down and closed out. And you're working on it, I see, in the present energy. All these cards are in reverse. You're working on it. In the future potential. Seven of Wands in the reverse. Seven of Wands can talk about blocking. Literally blocking somebody on social media, on your phone, whatever. Like this is a card of defensiveness. Having to defend oneself. It's nice. In the future potential, it's like, yeah, I don't have to explain myself anymore. And now I see the bull coming through. Because now Spirit's kind of like, you want to talk about me? You can go ahead and talk about me. You can talk about me all you want. I know what the truth is. Now, I see that kind of coming through. Stubbornness. The card in reverse. Now it's about breaking those blockages down, like taking the wall down in the future. Because you don't want to... I always like to say that we don't want the things that have hurt us in life to make us cynical. That's a bad place to be, in my opinion. Cynical, bitter, resentful, very low vibration. And that gives other people, the external situations, it gives it power over us. And we don't want that. And the way we can combat that is through compassion, empathy, self-love, love for others, optimism, staying high vibrational. It's really hard. It's really hard when you had to go through something like this. That's perhaps the lesson. It's really hard when you've gone through something like this. 10 of Swords. At the breaking point. The end is near for this aggravation though, Taurus. But there's one, because the card is in reverse, I would have preferred if it was in the upright, so that we could push through it and get to the Ace of Swords, which is all about breakthrough and epiphany. But you're not quite there yet. It's almost like one last push. One last push. Shut the door forever to something that is not for your best and highest good. Can I get a card of advice from Spirit? The Hierophant showed up. Number 5. We talked about this card already at the top of the reading, but here it is. It's your card. You got it in reverse. When you get this card, and you get your own card in the Major Arcana, you get it in reverse. It's like showing me that you're not sitting fully in your own power. So Spirit's advice to you, along with the Four of Wands, which is talking about portal energy, firm foundations, something upon which you can build. Spirit's advice here is you gotta regroup. My ear is kind of muting right now, but it's also, this is a hard message for somebody to hear, because I feel your spirit guides, but I more feel your energy a little resistant to this message, and that's totally fine, because this is not an easy message, but I have to deliver it. You're not sitting fully in your power. You know that. So Spirit's advice is it's like, remember who you are. Remember who you are. Remember all the things that you've learned and incorporated into your selfhood, what you stand for, which can change and evolve over time. It's about building this firm foundation for yourself. Whatever or whomever this situation is, nothing is firm about it. Let it go. Don't try to hold on to it anymore. So that's your reading, Taurus. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Taurus.